gonna end up putting something funky in there, like a funky beat, you know, at the beginning, since I can play some music. Anyway, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to another R&R Studios special fucking episode podcast. It's March Madness, and I have with me one of my favorite fucking persons of all time. It is fucking KJ Hall here, and we are gonna discuss fucking college basketball and then get into some of the stranger and weirder facts about it. Well, not only we're gonna discuss this year's bracket, but, yeah, we're gonna make it a little bit fun. So, KJ, welcome back.
Well, thanks for having me again. I always enjoy your show, and I really appreciate you bringing me on and inviting me because it's always a good time, and I learn a lot. Too. I learn a lot from you
Yeah,
guys.
you could if you guys never watched the show, go back to the older episodes. KJ was on them, and, if you don't see him there, you can usually see him at any of the local strip clubs along Long Beach. But it's the ones that strippers that make change. He goes to those ones, but he's a baller on a budget, so, uh, KJ, I love your background, if I'm not mistaken, we were talking about it beforehand, that is old MJ from, where did he play again?
Oh, that one. Oh man, what is the name of that university? Yeah, University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill. So yeah, that was the 1982 championship when North Carolina played Georgetown for the finals. And, he was a skinny freshman at the time, and he was just getting better as the year went on. And basically, the play was supposed to go to, not sure if you recall, James Worthy who went on to the NBA. He was on the team at the
Bulls
time.
fan, I'm a Bulls fan.
And he was actually supposed
Lakers.
to get the ball. So they were supposed to pass it to James Worthy, but he wasn't open at the time. So they kicked it out to the side to Michael. And I guess because he was a freshman, they weren't guarding him. But he said he knew as he touched the ball, he was taking that shot, and it was nothing but net, and then that was it. That's basically where history began for his, basketball career, just, springboard from that, so
Now, I know we were a little bit young at the time that this game occurred, but did you watch that game or do you have memories of that game? Here's a better question. What is your first memory? Because this happened in the tournament, right?
correct,
Okay.
correct, yeah.
What is your first memories of the NCAA tournament?
Yeah, and that's I mean, that's kinda part of why I put that up there because I knew you mentioned that item, I never actually got to saw the game live, but, it wasn't till because this was 1982, so I was still in elementary school, but, when I
Hey,
started getting
some kids in elementary school watched the Challenger blow up. So hey, eh, to some people, that shot is on the same level.
Yeah. Well, I was just kinda getting into sports, but I wasn't following it really, 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 hard. But I started watching the NBA or following the NBA, like, in a few years later, and then Michael Jordan was, the phenom rookie and all that, so I just started following him, and I realized he came from North Carolina, and then when I started doing research about, North Carolina, I started seeing, like, all these great players come from there, and he hit the winning shot, and then that basically was said, "Okay, I love the Bulls, and I love North Carolina." So, I've just been following it ever since. So it was probably about, I would say, 7th grade, I started really following basketball or college basketball, I should say. And my first game that I do remember was the 1988 championship with Kansas. And I know you're going to love this one. It was against Oklahoma, and Kansas beat Oklahoma in that
As they tend to do in basketball.
game. But then that's the first, like, official March Madness championship game I do recall watching.
That's crazy because I think, I was around the same age you were. I'm probably around 7th grade when, like, college basketball came into my life. Like, I was born in Chicago, and then we moved to Oklahoma when I was 6, and it still didn't really fucking dawn on me. I used to wear an old, It was like a shiny DePaul jacket, 'cause I had no idea who the fuck DePaul was. It was like 6th, 7th grade. I'm wearing this like, in hindsight now, I wish I had that jacket. It's probably worth like $1,000, but, uh, yeah, I had no idea. We weren't a college basketball family. It was college football because Notre Dame, and, we were Bears fans and then the Bulls, of course, in the '90s. But, I specifically remember March Madness because I was on a church trip to St. Greg's College in Shawnee, Oklahoma, and it's like one of those little regional, like, everyone get together and have these little get-togethers and talk about God and these little whatever, but most people are just going to fucking grab titties and dicks and shit, that's why I went, but, a Catholic meetup, that's what happens. But, yeah, it was, probably around 7th grade. A couple of the dudes I was hanging out with, they were older than me, of course, because I wanted to hang out with older, cooler dudes. They're like, "Hey, we're gonna go listen to the games in the van." I was like, "The games? Like, what the fuck are they talking about?" But they were Oklahoma State fans, and I may be blending this memory together, but this was around the time I think Big Country. Remember that
Oh,
guy?
yeah, oh,
Yeah,
yeah, oh,
that's
yeah, oh,
that
yeah,
that fucking bust. We'll get to
yeah.
those in a minute, but, yeah, I thought it was around and I was just so fucking confused. So I was like, "What the fuck are we listening to?" Like, okay, basketball, I got that because whatever, but I was just completely I had no idea what this whole tournament was, and it took me a while. It actually took in to get it into these brackets to,
Yeah.
kinda suck me in, and yeah, that's probably a bad choice of words, but so because I'm an addict, have gambling problems, but, yeah, with, these games, it just there's a reason why they call it March Madness. And I've been trying to get away from, the fantasy sports and whatever, but I always find myself doing these brackets, and it's just it's fun, dude, it's fun, and I don't
It
know if
is.
you've seen the odds lately on winning it, like, if you get a perfect bracket, do you know what those odds are?
Probably I'd say millions or billions.
Yeah, I think you have a better chance of getting struck by lightning, like, 14 times, but,
Seems like seems like for any chance, you always got a better chance of getting struck by lightning.
Yeah.
What? Isn't there something else that could happen to me besides getting struck by lightning?
Right? Why do you always have to compare it to that?
You have a better
It's
chance of tripping on a curb.
or they're like that or either Shark Attack or something,
Yeah,
like, I don't why's it gotta be something so
yeah,
fucked
you're
up?
right. Go on.
Oh, oh, dude, okay, so, yeah, this this tourney has been great, I've been loving it since then, and, did you know that there are 5 schools who pretty much own this tournament, and they are the top 5 who are the most winningest teams in this tournament? Do you
Yeah,
know who they are?
I do, I do. And then that I think that's I'm sure you've heard the terminology, the blue bloods, right? The blue bloods. Those are supposed to be
Mhm.
like the higher echelon of the teams, kind of where every other school, that's who they're trying to aspire to be or be at that level. But yeah, yeah, I'm pretty sure I know. Well, I do.
Dude, it's literally like the 5 families. I mean, hold on. I won't give Duke that much credit yet because they're tied for number 5 with Indiana. But, yeah, starting at number 1, you got UCLA, what, with 11 championships. Mind you, 7 of them were consecutive. How are they not hated like all other winning teams like that are in other sports?
Yeah. I
I don't
Yeah, that range because I mean, if you look at their records, you could see the streaks, right? And like you said, they had like 7 or 8 in a row, and they won like 8. It was like in 9 years they won 8. So like they only missed 1. It's like,
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
They they went
That
from
that
6
sustainability of championship caliber team, will, in my opinion, will never be surpassed. I
Yeah,
mean, even with AI,
they
AI can't even beat that. But I mean, artificial intelligence, not
yeah,
Allen
not Allen
Iverson.
Iverson. The crossover.
But
Practice.
so John Wooden was the coach of that team, and they always called him because the campus area around UCLA is the name of the area around there is called Westwood. It's Westwood.
And
So
because you live in Long Beach, so you are Cali.
yeah, and I used
So,
to take
yeah,
I took my daughters to UCLA games and stuff like that.
yeah.
So we've been there a couple
Yeah, you
times.
guys, you saw was it Dion's son? Or who was no, Snoop Dogg's son played for UCLA, right?
USC. I believe he went
Oh,
to USC.
oh, okay.
USC.
Oh,
But we went and they got the
oh,
big statue of
okay.
John Wooden, and then they got the big old bear. But they used to call John Wooden the Wizard of Westwood. But I mean, quite fittingly, because I mean he was just a master. I mean,
Dude,
un,
they
as much as I love my Tar Heels, he is unequivocally the like
they
w- he's bars above the greatest of our coaches. So he's like,
they sh they should name the trophy after him is what they should do, like the Lombardi Trophy in,
yeah,
NFL, because this guy won it back to back 64 and 65, and then went consecutively from 67 to 73. That's in the March Madness. Like, there weren't even brackets back then. Can you imagine? I would've been like UCLA every year. It's a lock. People are
yeah.
just losing money because you know who's gonna win, but damn,
Now,
incredible.
now the caveat that though, that I mean, the tournament, it's not like the tournament now where you, like you said, there's not 64 teams. So the championships were a little bit different. So
Yeah,
you got to kind of play that, but still that level of championship caliber, production is just, it's, it's, it's hard to believe. Honestly,
yeah.
it's hard to believe that really happened.
Especially nowadays, like, you try and think about that, like, you think about Coach K, like, the most winged sorry, but, like, that's the first guy who comes to mind,
Yeah.
for me, and he never did anything like that, because at number 2, we're talking about Kentucky
Yeah.
with 8
Yeah.
and they have consecutive wins as well,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
the Wildcats, sir, why is
Yeah.
everyone a fucking Wildcat? Why can't schools come up with something that seems, like, really lazy? Kinda just everyone's a wildcat. Kansas State's a wildcat. There's Cincinnati, I think they're kinda bearcat, but still kinda
Yeah.
cats, but,
Yeah. Yeah.
just well, if we're changing names, let's change some of those fucking names, like, that's that okay, we don't have to just change the names that offend people, we should just change the names that just are kinda just, "Hey, they're boring." Let's get
Yeah.
rid of that, and,
Yeah.
if we're being offensive, let's get rid of the boomers because 'cause let's stop promoting the land run and just well,
Right.
I think Oklahoma, the entire state should be given back to the native. Who's that hurting? I mean, it's not hurting anyone. Just give it back to them, and then you pay taxes to them. Anyway,
Y Yeah, I mean, that's, it's kinda interesting too when you look at those stats of, like, the top 5 teams. A lot of them had, it wasn't like they had, like, a championship 1 year, 10 years later, a lot of them were, like, back to back. So that kinda goes to show that the coach, the team stuck together.
mhm,
He had the same chemistry going forward. They had the same mindset. So I'm not saying it's easier, but that's why I think they kept winning, like, teams that were able to keep winning consecutively over year because the chemistry was already there. And that's probably one of the hardest parts about coaching is building that chemistry so your team can play as what a unit.
I'm glad you say that because I'm gonna follow it up with number 3, which is your team, the Tar Heels of Chapel Hill at coming in at number 6, and they are the only team in the top 5 not to win consecutive titles.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like you were just saying, like, it takes a lot to get that chemistry and keep it together. These guys did it 6 times and
Yeah.
did it with
Yeah. Right.
arguably people leaving and then, having to do it with a fresh squad. That's what that tells me. I mean, there are clear arguments to be made for the latter, but
Well, I mean, if you look at our '82 championship team, as you can see in my background, um, we had, James Worthy and Sam Perkins. So all those were seniors. So they all left. So we didn't have that same chemistry. I'm not making excuses, you
well, no,
know,
because you
you know,
still had Jordan as a freshman, so
yeah,
yeah, everyone
yeah.
else is saying fuck off.
So I think and that's one thing that kind of burns at me is like, why can't we get at least 2 in a row, 2 in a row? And
Yeah,
we did have a chance at one point where we, like, won a tournament, and then I think we played, Villanova, and Villanova beat us, but we could have won that, and that would have been our back-to-back, but it was funny because I think we won, Villanova won, and then we won the next year, so it was like a split. It's like, dang, if we could have just won that one last year,
had
we would have
our
been good.
team
But
played that team, yeah, yeah.
yeah, so that's one thing that does kind of bother me because your other team, your last team on your list has that you know stat, and they
Yeah.
they they kind of they kind of rub it in our face every now and then. So uh,
But but before we get to that team, but did you hear me? I did it, DJ. We can't forget about UConn.
yeah.
UConn, like, UConn has been I remember when I, like, was saying, first getting into the March Madness, 7th grade, that was early '90s. UConn was a fucking staple, just like Kentucky, Duke, UNC always was, and then just, toss up with anyone else. UNLV, I remember was good for a long time. Do you remember that? When the
Yeah.
fuck was that? Uh, um, but anyway, so but UConn has just they've kinda just tailed off lately. It's just they're not I remember them being seated normally higher than seen them lately. Now they're, like, in between, like, the 6 is the highest I've seen, and I may be proven wrong once we get into our brackets, but yeah, like, what's I mean, is UConn, are they just bad at recruiting? What's going on?
Um, yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, to be honest, I mean, I haven't watched any of their games this
Oh,
year.
I
Um,
just I just stepped all over my own dick because I looked at their last consecutive wins were 2023 and 2024.
yeah, yeah,
Did
yeah.
they win?
Yeah,
I don't remember
yeah,
that shit. Do you remember
yeah,
that shit? What
yeah,
the hell was going on in 2023 and 2024? I don't
yeah.
remember that.
I mean, yeah, yeah. Hurley got him back to back.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh,
so
that Billy Hurley guy? That was,
not Billy.
uh,
It's not
the
Bobby
the
Hurley
the
is
surfboard guy? The Hurley guy?
oh,
No, it's just
yeah,
anyway, fuck him, he's not worth it. But,
yeah.
yeah,
They
damn, dude, I
just
didn't realize they were good that recently.
yeah they I mean they just had the pieces, and I mean he was a real, like, vocal coach. I think he got kicked out of a couple games. That's like either that first championship season or what, just because he's real emphatic with the team, and he likes to protect his players when they call fouls and stuff. So he's always in the ref's face, and um, but
Was
yeah,
that the
they I
guy
mean
that would spaz? Would he, like,
sometimes
just fucking just flip out, like yeah, okay, yeah, I think I know who
yeah.
you're talking
So
about,
I
yeah.
mean, I'm surprised I'm not surprised they're in it this year, but I'm surprised. I've heard the pundits talk about them like they have a chance, but I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know.
So going on to number 5, and I'm gonna just include they are tied with Indiana, is, Duke. And, they haven't won a consecutive since 91, 92, and but they're always in the top 4. Why? I think within I don't even know, like, the past couple years, like, if I didn't pick Duke going in the top 4, my bracket would bust, and I hate doing that. I hate putting them there, but for some reason they get there.
Well, yeah, I mean, last year they did pretty well, with that Cooper Flag guy, but um, this year's team's definitely a little bit different. Um, Now the only thing that I've noticed is they got like two injuries of some, I wouldn't say key players, but players that really help with the team, and those two are out. So that may play a factor, um, depending on if their subs, can come in and step up. So
So since we're talking about Duke, who is now the number 1 seed in the East, let's get into our bracket. Are you ready to do this?
sure.
Okay. Now it would take way too much time to just go over every single game. Um, so are there any upsets that you have in the East?
Okay. Let me.
I mean, we have East is pretty strong. I mean, to say that there's Duke, Ohio State, TCU, San Jose. Is that San Jose?
So I would
Just
say
write
for
it
the
down.
East,
It's,
uh,
but it doesn't.
see my key game because I mean, for your fans that follow you, and hopefully they watched the last year's broadcast when we picked a
That
nearly perfect
that
bracket,
yeah,
nearly perfect
we
bracket.
were almost there, dude. I think we
Um,
missed on what 4 games.
yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, we picked the championship team too. So
yeah,
no, we're no dummies. We're no dummies. I'm smarter than I look. I'm
yeah.
smarter than I look.
I'm not feared.
No, no, it was a collaborative effort because we all kind of put our heads together, uh, kind of figured it out. But my game that kind of stands out to me is, well, there's two actually.
Okay,
Uh, One is the Louisville and South Florida game, and that's towards the bottom of the East bracket.
there you go. That's a number
Six,
6
it's
or
6-11,
yeah.
6-11. Louisville's been a little inconsistent. Kind of played up to their expectations in the SEC. Um, coming out in the beginning of the term or semester or the season, they had these kind of high hopes of being at the top of the ACC, but it just never manifested. South Florida's been on a run. They won their last 10 games, so they've been 10-0 their last 10 games. So to me, that makes a difference. Um, and
I
I,
mean,
I think they may have the momentum. So I kind of filled out a bracket, but I'm going to go back over it and review all my questionable picks just to
yeah,
make sure that that
because I mean, we are in a money betting bracket. Uh, so I mean, if we give out all our answers beforehand,
that's
well,
correct.
maybe yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
you're welcome to copy us, and everyone will
Yeah.
just get
Yeah.
whatever. But uh, no, yeah, that
Did you did you mention the name of it? Did you want to do that or at the end?
no, go for it, dude. Name it,
Oh, I
name
was
it
just
away.
just gonna say. So yeah, thankfully, R&R Studios sponsored us in having a bracket for everyone to participate. It's called the JJ&K Madness Pool 2026 on CSPA Sports. So if you want to join, you can either just send Johnny a message in your post in your comments, or send him a message if you have him on social media, or let him know.
$10
He'll,
a bracket, up to 3 brackets, and, look, if you beat me, KJ, and Jimmy, who can't be here right now because he has sadly passed away again, he will come back, like he does all the time. He's haunted constantly. You saw the videos. But no, Jimmy's out on vacation, and, but yeah, if you beat any one of us, like, if we all if yeah, it pays out an extra amount. So,
yeah,
please hit us up, let us know if you want in. We're not making anything off of this, it's just all for fun, and we're hoping to just, gain listeners and talk
Right.
shit to you because we're gonna win, motherfucker.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
the other game in that bracket is the
So
Ohio State.
you got South Florida over Louisville. That's your upset in that one, or
I'm
you're
still
thinking
I'm still
about it?
researching
Okay,
that one, but I'm leaning towards South Florida.
okay. I'm gonna mark that one. I like a good 5-12 upset.
I know
So
you do.
I'm looking at that.
That's your
I'm
one.
the San Jose, the UNI. Is that University of Illinois? I believe it is. Or am I getting that wrong?
The
I'm
St.
sorry.
Who is it?
Um,
St. John's in Northern Iowa, right?
oh, it is Northern Iowa. Yeah, you know what? Maybe I don't want to take it on that one because that there's gonna be a 5-12 in one of these regions that's gonna go down. Like the 5 is gonna go down to a 12. And I'm rethinking that one because I thought that was University of Illinois, but it's not. So I'm gonna nope on that one.
Yeah.
So we're looking at everyone else in this Eastern region. Is there another key game that just out of fun you think is gonna be a great game to watch?
I think the UCLA UCF is going to be one.
Yes, I want to marked. Yeah.
Uh, just because UCLA has kind of been on a run lately, and they played in the big. They're now in the Big Ten conference, so they've been playing against harder competition. But UCF is they're just one of those tough teams, that you kind of don't want to play. you know,
Yeah.
uh, and the stats. let- Let's see. I mean, the stats are pretty similar, as far as like shooting percentage and free throws. So it'll be real interesting how they match up. Um, and
Did did you know when the tourney first started? Oh my god, I fucking almost knocked over all my shit. Do
do
you
I know
remember
when
what
the
year it
tourney
was?
first started?
Yeah. I
Two,
believe it was the year Time Magazine made Hitler Man of the Year, something like that. I don't know. It may have been.
so
It may have been later. I don't know.
I would think, well, all I remember is, well, it was is I'm guessing in the 30s.
Yep.
Yeah. So, but I thought it happened like in Illinois. There was some guy that was just calling a game. Some coach was or some announcer was calling a game. And but go ahead
No,
if
yeah, no,
give it to me.
the NC and the actual tourney that we see now started in 1939. What you're talking about is, what was it? I have it written down here. The March Madness term, comes
That's
from
it.
an Illinois high school association from 1939. That's what they called it. It was like their tournament. That's what
Right.
they called their tournament. But somehow Brent Musburger, that thieving son of a bitch, uh, he coined it on national television for the NCAA in 1982.
Yeah.
It actually went to fucking court. Like, this is the kind of bullshit that so we fucking like crap that fills up our court system.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had to go to court for the rights to use this name. And turns out they just said, "Oh yeah, you can both use it." But I mean, we all know who won that fucking
Yeah. Yeah.
because nobody even knows who the fuck that other shit is.
Yeah.
And I wonder if they're still doing it. I didn't do any more research than that, and that's why I'm a
They're still
lazy.
doing what?
The Illinois High School Association tournament.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
if they're still doing their March Madness, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm a lazy podcaster.
Uh,
I find the facts and
And
then just don't dig any deeper.
no, but it's just interesting. I love the history of stuff. So and it's just finding out. We use all these terminologies and things that we say, and we don't even really know how they originated. So I just find that amazing. So I do remember that something about that Illinois school where some guy said it, and
That's
Yeah, I think it was like somebody wrote it in an article or something. He wrote
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, it
So
was something like that because I and go rolling into that, it was, the NIT was actually before this NCAA tourney that we see right now, the NIT that most people call the not in tournament.
yeah.
That was that was the first one. Like, that was they actually used to play each other for the championship. The winner of the
Wow.
NIT and whatever this NCAA would play each other, and then, somebody wanted to make more money, and I don't know.
Apparently.
Yeah. So, dude, did you know that also during March Madness that American pizza increases by 19%?
It decreases?
Increases. The order of pizza
Oh,
increases by
yeah, that makes
19%.
sense because
Yeah.
I just ordered a pizza this over the over the conference championship.
Yeah.
So, I wouldn't have normally done that, but I didn't
Right?
feel I didn't feel like spending time cooking in the kitchen and missing any games, so I just ordered it.
I can still see the TV from the front door, so I can't see it from the kitchen, so yeah, dude. And then there was another stat I was gonna bring up, but, it's too easily debunked, but beer also increases by, like, over, like, 3.5 million cases. But, dude, what happens right as March Madness starts?
I don't know, could it be St. Patty's Day? Hello?
You can't see
Right
it, but I'm doing a jig right now.
after that?
Yeah.
That's part of the greatest part of March Madness. You know, we get like 2 holidays in one.
You're fucking hung over on the couch, just like watching college basketball like this is crap. I want a burger.
Oh,
You gotta go
but
to work because you're faking a fucking vasectomy. Anyway, yeah, dude. All right, moving on to the
well
next
well,
region. Okay.
you got your those were your facts, like, kinda
No,
fun.
I got more, but let's hear some of yours.
Oh, okay, well, I just got one. Uh, so we're all here because, we're all here because of Dr. James Naismith, the guy that created basketball, right? 1891 in
Wicker
Massachusetts.
basket bullshit,
He's a
right?
Canadian. He's a
Mhm.
freaking Canadian.
They're so good at sports.
But I mean, I think one see that's one of the oddities, right? You know, you think, you know, this is American sport, but it was created by a Canadian. Um, but anyways, after he came up with this, it was like the 5 rules of basketball or something like that. Of course, it wasn't, uh, he published it and
Dip,
then he
duck, dodge, stop,
oh, oh,
and okay.
if you can dodge a wrench.
I thought those were the 5 rules, sorry. I don't know. I'm not a
That
basketball player, so
that was a good one. That was a
okay.
good one, though. But he, when he came up with these rules, you know, he was trying to figure out a game between football and baseball because he wanted to keep the kids because he was like a gym teacher, phys ed teacher. So he wanted to keep the kids active between those times when it was cold outside. So he came up with basketball, right? Now, the interesting is after it kind of got popularized and started, you know, kind of getting, you know, permeating throughout like, you know, culture and colleges started taking it on. He became the first coach at Kansas University, Jayhawks, right?
Rock chalk?
He is the only coach at Kansas that has a losing coaching record. The only coach that
The
has a
inventor of basketball
I mean, you
at one
talk
of the
about
most winningest fucking colleges in
yeah,
college basketball.
right. I mean, so
That's
you know,
awesome.
I try to come up with those little ironic facts, like you know, the NFL player that got drafted never played.
Mhm.
So here's the inventor of basketball, can't coach a lick. So I mean, I just thought that was
It's like
one of
rain
the
on your wedding day.
yeah, it's just one of the most interesting facts I found when I was doing my research. But just put that out there for you.
Dude, okay. That's a good one. But we're gonna move into the next region with the number 1 seed, Florida. There's some pretty good games in this one. Um, do you have any upsets? Like, I mean, dude, even the so many that I think could go wrong in this one. So I'd like to hear your thoughts first.
Um,
I mean that okay, the UNC alone, all right? Like, look, man, I know, but you guys are not coming off strong, and you got a VCU team who always gets past the first round some, and it's just that 11-6 right there scares me. That one scares me a lot because it fucks up everything after that because Illinois is gonna beat Penn, you know? But Illinois versus UNC is different than Illinois versus VCU.
yeah, I agree totally, man. And even though I have my bracket filled out, that's one of my reviews I need to go back over because for one, our star player is out, so
For how long?
he's gone indefinite,
The
indefinite.
in the oh god, so you
Yeah, yeah. So
what position did he play? I'm sorry.
he was like a forward,
Power
but he
forward?
no small forward, but he could
Power
play.
bottom?
Yeah, he could play like the wing too. So I mean, he did just about everything. He was like he had a double double. He averaged a double double. So, um, but yeah, without him, uh, I think that was one of the reasons why we lost the ACC tournament against Clemson. But so that and VCU, they just won their they just won the Atlantic 10 conference. So they're right now, they're rolling. They're
Yeah.
rolling. So that's I think that's like I said, I gotta look into more stats. um,
I
But it it to me, I'm kind of leaning toward VCU just because
that hurts. I know, I'm sorry, that hurts.
no, I mean I mean that's part of the madness, right? Injuries because you can't predict that, but when it happens, then what do you do? So your team either has to step up or get on that bus and go back home. So, but I think I'm definitely leaning toward VCU. I'm trying to find any kind of ounce that UNC can do it.
Just keep on looking at the bottom of a bottle, that's where I keep looking. Eventually, you're
What
just
about a
gonna forget it.
can? How about a
That'll
can?
work too. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's more environmental friendly, I guess, or not. I don't know. It's cheaper. You know who my, upset alert on the and it probably shouldn't be, but it's I think Iowa's got Clemson easy. I think Clemson coming off that win, they're riding this high that they shouldn't be. And I think Iowa is gonna surprise them, and that's gonna it's a 9-8 upset, so it's not really an upset, but that's my
Yeah.
go-to on in there. Other than that, man, I think your lower seeds definitely take, um, this first round in that region. But I have
You know that's another game to
hold on.
watch. Oh, sorry.
No, no, okay, I got ahead of myself, is that Nebraska is a number 4 seed and against Troy, who's a number 3. But let me tell you a fact right here. Nebraska has never won a tournament game.
You basically just said what I was about to tell you.
Okay.
So we obviously
Yeah,
have that same
I didn't
wavelength.
get far enough down in my notes. I was like, I had that note, and I was like, "Oh, that note
That's
belongs to this one."
yeah, and that's exactly what I was going to tell you. That's going to be an interesting game. That 4-13 Nebraska and Troy. Because I mean everyone's going to be cheering for Nebraska because
They're a 4
they want
seed.
they want them to get their first win.
Yeah,
They've been to the tournament, never won one, and it's like man, if
and
they could just win one, that would be a
and
victory.
and everyone who doesn't know that stat, because I did not know that stat until I was doing research, the little bit of research I did for this podcast.
Yeah,
I do a little bit. Uh yeah, finding that, I was like, "Holy shit, they've never won a fucking." and oh my god, they're a fucking 4 seed going up against a 13 seed. Like that could be a bracket buster for some people. You know, you have a 4 seed, people see Nebraska, you think, yeah, who the fuck cares about anyone else? They're probably gonna lose to Florida in the semis, whatever. No,
Well,
no,
I think
dude, they're not gonna
I
get
think
that far.
the surprising fact too is that they're not like a mid-major conference. You know, they're Big 10. They were
Yeah,
bi and before then, they were what, Big 12, you know, in the
yeah,
Midwest?
and then
So,
Big
and
8 or
they
whatever the
haven't
fuck it was.
won one tournament game? That's insane,
Not
man.
one.
So it's like,
They were always good at
I'm
wrestling
I'm
and
gonna be
football
cheering for the Nebraska Cornhuskers, man.
because you have them picked. I don't know. I'm gonna put Troy down. I don't give a shit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, do it.
I'm gonna go with. I mean, h- did the walls of Troy never fall, right? They never fell. So, I mean, they got kind of horsed into and whatever, Achilles, whatever, you know the story. Anyway, they never got over the walls of Troy. They just snuck their way in like a bunch of fucking guerrilla warfare motherfuckers. All right. Yeah, so I mean Houston's gonna go St. Mary, Texas A&M, Illinois. Uh, I see that one being pretty much tit for tat until it gets to Sweet 16, and then it's gonna get really tough. Moving on to the West, Arizona, my favorite fucking team because when I started getting into March Madness, Mike Bibby played for look at Arizona, and then I just thought he had a fucking hilarious name, and he was good, and I think they won that, or I don't know if they won, but
Yeah,
they got
yeah,
really
they
close.
won, like, in I think it was 98, 99.
Was it with Bibby? I don't know if they won it
No,
with
my
him.
it was Mike Bibby and Miles Simon, and
Yeah,
they had a couple other guys.
and it's always just stuck in my head ever since, like, Arizona Bibby, like, it is, you know?
Yeah. They're
So
they're
I always put the pussy on a pedestal when it comes to Arizona. They're gonna give him a number 1. So I see him going pretty far, but d it do you have any upsets in the West?
so in the West, let's see. You know, I'm curious about this 6-11 matchup. Now it's a play-in 11, right? So
Oh, with BYU? The Mormons?
yeah, but it's a play-in. So it's
Yeah.
NC State versus Texas.
Oh,
So I'm thinking NC State is going to beat Texas to get into the
the
play-in. So
Wolfpack.
yeah. Now, if that's the case, then I think the Wolfpack may move on. Um, so that's kind of what I'm kind of debating right there, uh, because they got Wolfpack's been playing pretty good lately. Um, you know,
But, I mean, you're talking about North Carolina ball. North Carolina ball ain't been playing good lately, so I'm just kidding. I'm fired, sorry. I'm shooting your tires out, man.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, dude, I mean, I definitely see that. I mean, it's a 6 and 11 and on a play-in. I mean, those guys got nothing else going for them. How they thought, like, they were probably gonna get on a bus and leave, but they end up winning a game, and now they're going to go play BYU. Like, these guys are still hot. They're coming in. These Mormons have been soaking with their wives for God knows how long. They're not ready to fucking play this, hot UNC or you know what? I I think BYU doesn't even make it. I'll take the 11th seed over on that one right there. I just convinced myself. Boom. I wrote down 11 just because I don't know who's playing that game, but yeah. Yeah. There's a couple other good ones in there. The Miami Mizzou, is that Miami Mizzou? That might be all right. Probably not.
yeah.
Second half probably turn to shit. But where's Tennessee? Is Tennessee in the West or are they in the Midwest? Tennessee ain't even in this shit. There they are. Yeah. They're in the Midwest. I'll get to their fact next.
Okay.
We'll move on to then. Let's go to the West, Midwest. Number 1, Michigan. Immediately, I'm thinking Fab Five, man. I can't pick them to fucking go to the Final Four. It's just I can't. What are your thoughts on Michigan?
Well, I watched them play in the Big Ten tournament. Um, First couple rounds they did okay, and they got this one of their players, man. He was just great. And they also got a point guard from that transfer from North Carolina, Godot. But
Is that Gail's brother? Gal Gadot, the Wonder Woman? Is that not her name? No, I don't know. I'm mistaken. Gadot. Gadot. I don't.
yeah, no, don't think they're related, but he's a pretty good point guard. Um, But you know, Purdue won the Big Ten championship, so I'm not sure. I'm trying to figure out how they're going to react. A lot of times when they have those high expectations in the tournament and they get beat, it's the team just goes downhill and they have no motivation. They come out flat the next game, right? Or it inspires them. They say, we're not done. We're not done. We have another mission. You know what I mean? So you got to kind of try to figure out. You there, Johnny? Johnny? You there? Previous stuff.
Wait, what was that?
I was just gonna say all the previous stuff, is that gonna be kept or is it
Yeah, I believe
lost?
so. Everything up until the lightning strike that God foreseen that he shall strike upon us.
Uh, I think you mentioned at the beginning, you got a better chance of getting struck by lightning than get a perfect bracket.
What does that say? Maybe we're gonna predict the perfect bracket. Okay,
Sounds
cool.
like it. Sounds like it.
Well, let me enter one more factoid on the Midwest, and then I'll let you take handle of it on these games. But did you know that a bearded coach has never won the NCAA championship?
Really?
Yeah.
No, I did not know that.
So go look at your coaches, and any guy that has a beard, if he's take them off, they're not going to win. Just like Nebraska's not going to beat Troy. But all right, I'm sorry.
That's a good. That's a good little. I like that one. I like
Yeah.
that one.
I'm not going to talk about what got us struck by lightning, but I don't even know if it's gonna like fit in there. But I don't know when it hit because your face was like, I was like, oh man, that was a great joke. Killed literally. But who else in the Midwest do you think has a chance to do anything worth talking about?
I'm looking at that Akron, Texas game. Texas Tech.
Oh,
They
5-12.
Akron. Obviously they don't have a lot of uh, well-known wins and stuff like that, but
Wasn't that where from LeBron was from Akron, Ohio, right?
yeah, he's from that area.
But he never played for them.
The
Yeah.
the
Was he one of
uh,
those from high school straight to NBA?
yeah,
Yeah, they
yeah,
don't allow that anymore, which is good.
yeah.
But yeah, so Akon, you think Akon beats Texas Tech? Oh, I mean Akron's
I mean, I still gotta go over my final picks. But that's one of the ones I'm looking at
Yeah,
as a possible upset because you know,
I see
that's
you don't wanna give anything away. I
Well,
understand.
no, I like I said, I didn't normally I have a day or so to kinda review and listen to everybody and then make my picks, but
Plus injury reports. I mean, the championship games just happened. You know, like, guys all of a sudden are gonna come up like, "Oh, now he's cramping kinda hard
well,
because he's on his period or something because it's
okay.
basketball." But
Yeah.
yeah.
So, yeah, that's one of the games I'm looking at as a little closer, and again, like you said, the 5-12 is usually automatic, one of those. And last year, believe it or not, there was 2 5-12 upsets, and we picked one of the 5-12 upsets. So, again, just not to boast about our pedigree of picking, but
We're
we're
fucking
pretty
awesome. I'll boast about it. We're
we're
fucking awesome.
actually we're actually antagonizing you to try to beat us to get that extra bonus $25 gift card if you beat one of us.
Yeah.
That's
Good
me.
luck.
Yeah, that's Johnny, Jimmy,
You
or myself, but
can't beat me. Look, I can tell Patrick Ewing over here not paying attention playing defense while Michael Jordan fucking shoots that winning shot, okay? That
yeah, I like
yeah,
this guy. I
like,
like this guy. I
look at
like the
that
guy.
look at that defense.
I like this guy right
What?
here. This
Yeah,
guy right here. Look
yeah.
at him. I'm not
He's
even
already
gonna guard.
watching it go in.
I'm not even gonna guard him. I'm just gonna see if it goes in.
Not even a hand up.
Yeah.
Dude, I learned that in intramural basketball. Hands up.
Yeah, right. That's like
Defense
basic
lines.
fundamentals.
Especially with you a short guy. Get your fucking hands up, dude.
Yeah,
Hand in the face, something.
do something.
Yeah, you just can't punch him in the balls when his dick is fucking right in your fucking face because he's 5'7" trying to play basketball in Oklahoma. Anyway, we're moving on.
Did you have something about Tennessee? Were you gonna say something about Tennessee?
Tennessee, Tennessee. Oh, yeah, they've never made it to a Final Four.
Oh, really?
Never made it to it's probably because they keep on asking for fucking volunteers, you know? Go out and do some real recruiting, you sons of bitches.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna get anyone good.
Yeah, because they play oh, you know what? That's another game to watch too, is that Miami of Ohio. They went undefeated throughout the whole season. Unfortunately, they got beat in the MAC, the Mid American Conference, which they were expected to win because. But I mean, everyone was kind of cheering for them. Undefeated season. That's crazy. I mean, even
Yeah,
it doesn't matter what school you're in, but if you beat every team in your conference, and you play them twice, one at
that's
home
pretty
and one
good.
away, that's pretty darn good. So, but yeah, so that's another play-in game, Johnny, too. That Tennessee, because they're either going to play SMU out of the ACC or they're going
Ooh.
to play Miami of Ohio out of the MAC conference.
Well, I mean, it's this is they've already done what they needed to do. They're probably not gonna putting forth that streak, like, that's incredible. So now, like, this is their trip to Disney World. So I don't foresee them going any further.
No, no, no.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, s-
Congrats, dude. I mean, that's fucking run.
yeah.
Fucking run. Dude, okay. So without giving up your top 4, just give me who's your prediction to win it all?
Pick to win it all.
Yep.
Um, yeah, I kind of went over this. Um,
And why?
I think I'm going to go with Arizona.
Oh,
Mainly because of they started out really good in the season, then they hit a few road bumps. They got back on track, and then they really did well. Uh, you know, um, late in the season. So I'm guessing that um, I think they'll end up winning it um, and cutting down the nets.
did Florida win it last year?
Yeah, the Florida won the national champions last year. Yeah,
I think they repeat. I think Florida repeats. I think they go into that. category we talked about earlier about consecutive championships, I think Florida is going to win back to back. They will win again this year.
They were on my radar. They were on my radar, but um, I don't know if I
And
should.
that's a big but.
Well, but
I got a
I didn't
dog.
know if you wanted to give me some stats for picking, not for us, but for your viewers. Um, but so like, remember last year we had all 4 1 seeds in, right? You said that's never happened before, and that's right. And well, it happened once, so that's a rarity. So if you're thinking about picking your bracket, you know, you may want to figure out if you got all 4 seeds, 4 1 number ones. Um, and
Somebody's not
then,
gonna be in there.
yeah, yeah. And then I did some research between 2020 or 2000 and 2025. One of the 4 overall seeds have won the national championship. So that's like 72%. So that's some odds for you too. And then there was I think it was about let's see. Uh, oh, oh dang, I had another stat for you too. I forget. It was
I'll tell you right now, Michigan is not gonna make it to the Final Four. That is my prediction. I'm just gonna put that out there. I may change my mind tomorrow when I fill out my brackets, but but yeah, because 'cause I'm making
yeah,
notes. Yeah, but I don't think Michigan, the Fab Five, it just every I can't go with the Michigan team. Every time I go with the Michigan team, they just fucking fail me. So I lost faith in them, and I don't pick them anymore. So bye. Michigan does not make it into the Final Four. They're not. They. I mean, that Midwest is too strong. You got UVA who's pissed because they got beat by Duke. You got Kentucky still in there. Iowa State, who's only there to upset people. They're not there to win anything. They're just gonna upset people. So, and they're number 2, so that's gonna take all the way out to the Elite 8 before they upset someone. But you know, I just Michigan does not make it. That Midwest is too strong.
so.
And I'm a Notre Dame fan, so fuck you, Michigan.
Do you have like a easy bracket, a pathway to the championship for necessarily a team, or do you see like a bracket that has more teams that are tough, or are more?
Well, okay.
Sure.
I think sorry to say it, but I think Florida does have the easiest route there. The strongest teams are gonna knock each other out. Um, I mean that like you said, that UNC VCU game is immediately gonna be tough. Uh Iowa, Clemson, with Iowa beating Clemson, it's just Nebraska never gonna win that game. Troy's gonna beat them. Florida has the easiest route to the Final Four in my eyes.
Yeah.
So I think that's gonna be no problem. Arizona, if they make it to the Final Four, is gonna be a problem because that conference is pretty strong. Purdue, I mean, Purdue was at number 1 and they would lose a game and then drop and then come back. They just were always I don't know what kind of Purdue you're gonna see. So if Arizona gets to the Final Four, I think that could pose a problem with my bracket, but, as far
Yeah.
as as far as who wins overall, but
Well, we mentioned the Cinderellas, the upsets, but also I have like 2 distinctions. Cinderellas is like teams that totally aren't supposed to win.
yeah,
They're
it's like
like they're,
what, a
they're like
12 seed or
yeah, it's like 10 or
above.
11 seed and above, right? It's like
Yeah.
no chance. But then I have my dark horses. So I got dark horses and Cinderellas. It almost sounds like a 1970s porn star or a movie. Cinderella means
Big bushes, big bushes.
but so my dark horses are like teams that are kind of like on the outside of the top tier. And my dark
Like a
horse,
like a 5 seed, right? Like a
yeah,
5 or
yeah,
6
like a
seed?
4 or 5 seed.
Yeah.
I got Virginia. I like Virginia, man. I've been
Okay.
watching them lately, and they played really well. They got to the ACC championship. Unfortunately, they got beat by Duke, but they're my dark horse, man.
Insert booze, boo. I don't
So,
have a producer, so that ain't gonna
yeah.
happen. But yeah, Virginia, and then if Jimmy's listening right now, he's clapping. So
I know.
yeah, yeah. But dude, yeah, Virginia. I just, dude, that's a. I may or may not have them go into the winning that uh Midwest.
Yeah,
So
and when I say dark horse, I don't mean they're gonna win the whole thing. I just mean
no,
they're gonna get, you know,
but dude,
to
that's
to the last couple rounds, but
they
yeah.
got a really strong chance. They're fucking good, man. The storms are hitting, so let's get into some weird facts before we get struck by lightning again, or I
Uh-huh.
just could not, I was talking about Israel before when we got hit. I don't know if that is gonna come in or not.
Nice.
Who's Gal Gadot is the actress I was looking for. Is she
Yeah.
Israeli? Got
Yeah,
it.
I know.
It again. But all right, speaking of Middle Easterns, did you know that, DJ Khaled uh, had a different name that he went by originally? Did you know that what his name was?
DJ Khaled?
Yeah. Is it Khaled or Khalid? I don't know fucking I'm
I've heard
still
it pronounced both ways.
okay.
Yeah, um, I'm pretty sure he's got another name. I mean, I think he uses that as his stage name, but what is it?
His original DJ name was, Arab Attack, and
Oh, yeah, that's probably why he changed it.
well, yeah, he changed it after 9/11,
Yeah.
and I wondered, I was like, is it because when is that where he got his catchphrase? Like, somebody told him about 9/11, and then they told him about the second plane, and he was like, "Another one?"
Oh, man, you need a rim shot to do.
I hope people are still around to listen to that joke. I wrote it down. That's the
That is
only reason I
good.
brought that back up.
That's a good one.
Yeah, so that's the only reason I wanted to bring that up. Do you have any facts for me? Because I got another
Uh,
one for you.
no, go ahead.
Did you know that Benjamin Franklin coined a phrase on the US coins before it said, "In God we trust"? Do you know what it used to say?
No, I don't.
"Mind your business."
Are you serious?
Wow. Originally, our US coin said, "Mind your business," instead of "In God we trust." You would have thought that, like, Thomas Jefferson would have
Me?
like he heard one of his, women say that,
Yeah, yeah.
because that doesn't sound like something Benjamin Franklin would say.
No, it doesn't.
Mind your business. Yeah, dude.
It sounds like he lost a bet in the Continental Congress.
Probably. That
Yeah.
guy was the dude. You do a rabbit hole into Benjamin Franklin, you will find out some shit. Like, that guy loved his whores. He loved French whores, and yeah, he's a man with a kite and a fucking key. But the US military, going rolling right into the next fact, made so many Purple Hearts in preparation for the invasion of Japan that we're still currently using those ones now for soldiers that receive Purple Hearts.
Oh,
That's how many Purple Hearts they figured they would have to dole out. Now, mind you, people think that you don't get a Purple Heart just because you died. Like, if you
right,
get shot or injured by enemy fire, you can receive a Purple Heart. It's in,
right.
Band of Brothers. That one guy's like, "This is my 3rd one," and he's all bragging about it, and he's like, "Yeah, it's too bad that poor son of a bitch only gets 1, and his head's all fucked?" But, yeah, they made so many of them that they're still using them today. Like, they haven't printed or made any more. So,
Wow.
we're talking Korean War, we're talking Vietnam, we're talking all these other fucking conflicts we've been in ever since. You know, the fucking goddamn name it. There, we made a movie out of it. But yeah, dude, and we're still handing them out. That's
Yeah.
not. I mean, if there was
I mean,
ever an argument for using the fucking A bomb, it's that. Like, we planned on this many fucking people getting that much more fucked up.
I
It's
mean, I guess it's kind of good that we're backstocked on them. You know, I mean, that means
yeah, we
people
already
aren't
paid
gonna get.
for them.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, go ahead. Go.
No, no, I was just gonna say, you know, the less we send, the less we issued or give out to the soldiers. I mean, that's happening to them. So
Yeah,
that's a good thing. You
you
know.
are more glass half full guy, and that's awesome, and that's why I love you. Dude, alright, before we go, I definitely have to ask you for some recommendations. Are you reading anything, watching anything that I need to get into? Because 'Cause I'm running out of shows.
Okay. Yeah, there was a oh yeah, there was a show on called DTF. Not sure if you ever heard it. Have you
HBO
watched?
Max, yeah.
Have you
I
watched it?
no, I haven't watched it yet, but I do be HBO Maxing
Yeah. So, it's what's his name? Jason Bateman.
Bateman
Yeah, and
and the
man,
Russian guy from the Marvel movies, the Red Star
with
guy.
that guy, and he's the dad on Stranger Things. He was
Yeah,
the dad. So, he and Rich Jenkins, you know, Step Brothers' father. He's a great character actor, one of my favorite. But this is I think Jason Bateman is one of the most underrated actors in our time, contemporary, not overall, but in our contemporary. He's done so many comedies. He had, you know, he grew up Silver Spoons. You know, he came back with that 70s show, kind of resurgence in his career. Then he did Dodgeball and he, you know, kind of got into
yeah.
comedy. And
It
then
was
he's,
supposed to be his sister. His sister was supposed to be the star. Justine Bateman was, like, the hot one.
yeah,
Jason Bateman was like, "Oh, he's just the brother of Justine
yeah, yeah,
Bateman." But for
yeah.
some reason, Justine Bateman just didn't fucking go anywhere after what? Facts of Life?
Family, well,
Family
Family
Ties?
Ties,
Was it
Family
Family
Ties.
Ties?
There you
Okay,
go.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
one of those.
yeah.
And, yeah, now he's but what I have to ask you is he playing the same guy? I mean, he's a great actor, but is he the same actor in every fucking movie? You know what I mean?
Yeah, um,
He is he that meme? "The fuck you are," you know, that meme? Oh, that's probably
I don't
yeah.
think so, but I
Okay.
mean, you're probably better, uh,
I don't mean to shit all over it, but, yeah,
no, you're probably I mean, I don't notice it that much, because it's not it's kinda dramatic, it's a dramatic role, but
like,
there
when he
are
was in, the well, not I was gonna say Ozempic, but Ozark, like, he was
see,
very
I didn't see Ozark,
oh my god, what the fuck are you talking about then? Oh,
but
brother, okay, then I take back everything I just said. You need to watch that. If you are into DTF, the Jason Bateman in that, you need to watch Ozark.
okay.
Bro, bro.
So,
Yeah.
but that's the one I've been watching lately is that DTF, and then, trying to finish Paradise, and then, I saw Rooster.
Yeah,
I wasn't impressed. It seems like to me, it's like a reincarnation of Steve.
40-year-old virgin.
Well, not 40 year. Well, I guess it could be, but it seemed more like it was, you know, Michael Scott, just older, you know, because some of the same jokes and just the way his demeanor is. So
Plays hockey.
yeah, it didn't catch me. I mean, I'm going to watch it again or watch the next episode, but it didn't really draw me in.
Nice. Yeah, dude, I I I approve that the first one, I might have to watch the DTF. I just wanted to know because I hadn't watched it yet and I hadn't talked to anyone who had seen it, but it what worried me was if it's the same Jason Bateman, but
Uh,
anyway, if you've never seen Ozark, then I'm gonna watch, the DTF. But I started watching a show called Young Sherlock on Prime, and it's by the guy who used to be married to Madonna. He also did Snatch and what was it? All the awesome fucking British gangster movies, like mobster movies. What's his name? Guy Ritchie. Yeah. And it's dude, it's like young Sherlock, but not like young. He's like in fucking college. And it's where they do the introduction where him meeting Moriarty. And yeah, it's fucking great. It's really fun. It's like watching Snatch, but Sherlock Holmes. It's like watching Sherlock Holmes, like the because did Guy Ritchie do the ones with Iron Man?
Iron.
Yeah, the guy who plays Iron Man. He played Sherlock Holmes.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Was it
yeah,
were
yeah.
those Guy Ritchie movies? But
I don't know. I'm not sure.
yeah, they may have been because they were anyway, it's like that, but it's TV show and it's fantastic. So that's my recommendation. Amazon Prime. And then, of course, Paradise.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I didn't realize that show was, like, still ongoing. So I watched like, I got caught up to it, like, yesterday, and I was like, "Wait, what the" it said there was 2 seasons. Yeah, I'm only, like, 3 episodes in or whatever we're at now. Yeah, that's a great show, man. Kinda scary, and, I would get into
Yeah, I
scenes.
mean, yeah, it's
Yeah.
one of those things that you're like, "Man, this could happen,"
Did
or
you did
maybe
you
it is happening.
notice Yeah, did you notice who the scientist was that was, like, predicted everything? Do you remember Super Troopers?
Yeah, yeah.
These snozberries taste like snozberries.
Oh, man.
Yeah, the same guy in The Ringer, When the Fuck Did We Get Ice Cream?
Yeah.
He's
Okay.
that's that actor. I was like, I
Oh,
noticed him, I was like, "I know that face. I know that
I'm gonna
fucking
have to go
face."
back. I'm gonna have to go
Yeah,
back and look at him now.
yeah. You're gonna see him again probably, yeah, if you're still watching the show, so right on, dude. KJ, thanks again for doing this, I appreciate it. Again, sorry for the lightning strike in the middle, and, yeah, I'm finally glad we grabbed some traction 'cause I was spinning my fucking wheels at the beginning there, so
Alright.
yeah, give me a couple days and, well, not a couple days, but this'll be up tomorrow and everyone can, pick our brains about these brackets that we put out.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, man, I appreciate you having me on.
Yes, sir. Stick around.
Alright. Alright, love you, bro.
Love you too, man.